Welcome to Tuko Riada, my friend. It's me, the host, the man behind the camera, or in front of the camera. I'm here, you're there. How was your weekend? Happy Memorial Weekend for those in Marekani. USA, USA. That's where we are memorializing. Immortalizing or memorializing. Yeah, we don't immortalize anybody, do we? But anyway, enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing. Be safe, be kind, be graceful, and have an attitude of gratitude. Why am I sweating all of a sudden? You guys, what about that? You subscribers, man, you make it happen for me. I enjoy your company. I enjoy the community of two Korea donors. Great weekend indeed. We can spread our wings in celebration. We can even go as far as talking about Chelsea. Well, people are saying it was a controversial race. I didn't see controversy. I saw a win. I saw a win. I told you guys this is going to be the year Chelsea might surprise many people by winning the Premier. This is a prophet. I look around, I look at talent, and I pronounce them to be the next big thing. Go Chelsea. I hope you're enjoying that sport. Premier League, my friend, the best so far. Well, talking of being prophetic, and what's the biggest surprise right now, in track and field, I think the conversation right now, let's focus on a conversation about a young man, barely 20. I'm talking of Phanuel Koech, a young guy who hails from some western part of Kenya. I don't know his hometown, but I know one thing. He trains with the best of the best right now. The three-time Diamond League winner, Emmanuel Wanyonyi, is coached by Claudio Baladelli, the Italian. Ray Kapsabit. Come on, Kapsabit. There in Namgoy, you know where you at. This young guy, we know some things he has done so far, and that's why I'm profiling him to give you guys heads up that this young man is not 20, he's under 20, and he ran a 3:27 in his debut in the Diamond League. There in Paris, that's where he did it, behind Azadine Haz, the French guy. 3:27.72 was his birthday. I'm having some issues. 3:27.72 behind Azadine, as I said, in Paris Diamond League. People are like, who is this guy? Who is this lanky guy with long legs and lungs and a head above his shoulder, showing the world at that age that he's still that good? Or he's just been born in front of our own eyes. Yeah, it made us shake our heads and say, what are we looking at? What are we looking at was the birth of a dangerous competitor who might surprise some of us come Tokyo. Because not only does he do that in Paris, he goes to Ostrava, runs a 3:29, wins that one. And then people are like, maybe that was an aberration or some surprise or bump on the road for some of these big names that they were being, shaken. No. He goes to the hub. He goes to the hub center of Europe. He goes to London, Diamond League, right there in the backyard of Buckingham Palace, the former headquarters of Colonials. Okay, I'm just gonna go big here. Okay, he went there to London in front of Sebastian Coe, the president of World Athletics. Not only does he do that, he goes there to his former colonial masters and spanks George Kerr in 1500 meters in front of 80,000 spectators. That's a lot of spectators, by the way. The biggest crowd ever seen so far in the Diamond League. Huge stadium, Olympic stadium, young guy under 20. He doesn't care. He just goes there and says, George Kerr, get behind me, you know what? He did it. 3:28 was the winning time, if I remember correctly. I think that was a statement that he needed in his life or in his career. And since then, we haven't seen George Kerr. Was his pride being the local kid, dented, scarred, mud? We haven't seen from him since then. We haven't. Is he injured? Question mark. Did he go to Hades to recover his pride? I don't know. I'm just speculating, making a case for Phanuel Koech. It wasn't an aberration. It wasn't a moment of one-time wonder in London. No, I think this guy is legit. Like I say, he trains around and with the best on the planet right now in those middle distance events. I'm talking of Emmanuel Wanyonyi. And if you see Wanyonyi winning mentality, it rubs on some people. Keep that in mind. Nelly Chepchirchir apparently is in the same camp. This is a young, tall, young lady who's won the last Zurich 1500 meters. Keep an eye on that. This combination of winners is good for a young, upcoming 1500 meter runner like Phanuel. The slowest we've seen so far was when he got beat by Laros Niels, the Dutch, right there in front of our eyes in the last 1500 meters we saw them racing. He looked a little bit naive, a little bit intimidated, maybe. He couldn't get himself in position. Did he kick too soon? Was it slow? We don't know. But that's where you learn. What do you go back and work on? This guy will be a factor come Tokyo. If he finds any win, he can win any hits. He should start winning hits. If you're in hit 1, hit 2, whatever, win your hit. Win it. That means, or top 3, whatever that looks like, you start to believe in yourself. You start to see these seniors, the Josh Kerr, Jacob Engelston, of course. We don't know what he's going to do. By the way, we don't even know about Josh Kerr, the defending champion from 2019. We don't know. But we know so far that right now, before we close the put the curtains down and open it for the World Championship in Tokyo, Laros Niels, the Dutch, is a hard favorite in the 1500 meters. We know that. The way he's been racing, the way he's been running 25.5 in your last 200 meters in a 1500 meters race, with a good field that included some of the top, including veterans like Timothy Cheruiyot and the rest. That Dutch is hard favorite. But Phanuel Koech, the youngest so far in the field I'm looking at here, will be a factor come Tokyo. He has to find himself in a space that he can deliver. The rounds will tell us more about him. If he gets naive, you know what happened. You get eliminated. There's no repertoire. This is not Olympics where you find the second day, like you're going to run and maybe make it the next round. This is it. Do or die. This young man is the only hope that I see coming out of Kenya in the 1500 meters. Timothy Cheruiyot cannot be discounted. Timothy Kemboi cannot be discounted either. Or Raymond. Is it Raymond? Is it Raymond? I forgot the other guy's name. Or is Abel Kipsang in these two? But for me, this young guy, these wins is put in place so far, going to the World Championship, puts him in a very strong position for a case for him to do some damage. A medal, any medal for this young man would be something to put right here on his head and say he accomplished a lot at that age. Phanuel Koech was the conversation today, a profile of a young man who hails from the western part of Kenya. Why not? Let's give him some love in Tuko Riadha. Subscribe, but what do you think? Have you seen him? You've seen what he has done so far. I'm looking at some athletes going to the World Championship, mostly if they're young and they're upcoming and they came into this space this year. That was me. Subscriber, look at it this way. It's always a delight to talk to you guys, because Tuko Riadha respects the other side of the pillow. I'll talk to you later on another episode of Tuko Riadha. Later, my friend.